30 years, that's how long we had been married. 3 full decades woven together through hardship and happiness, the birth of 2 children, and the quiet rhythm of a life built slowly, brick by brick, with shared coffee cups, inside jokes, and soft silence. I never once questioned her loyalty, not in all that time. Trust between us wasn't something we had to construct, it simply existed, solid, undisturbed. Until one ordinary Thursday evening, I came home early from work that day. Something I hadn't done in years. I'd even stopped to pick up her favorite takeout and a bouquet of lilies, their scent soft and familiar. I had practiced a corny line in the car, something about still being the romantic one after all these years. I imagined the smile it might bring to her face. I had no idea that the real surprise was already waiting for me. The house was unusually quiet. Lights dimmed, no TV, no kitchen clatter. I figured she might be napping. As I made my way down the hallway, I heard music playing behind our bedroom door. Not the gentle jazz she usually played while folding laundry, but something louder, faster, bright, pulsing beats that didn't belong in our quiet world. Curious, I pushed the door open. She stood in front of the mirror, lost in her own reflection. Makeup brush in hand, a sleek, unfamiliar dress clung to her in a way she hadn't dressed for in years. She adjusted a necklace at her collarbone with a smile that was small and strangely nervous. She didn't even notice me at first. She looked like a woman preparing to meet someone she wanted to impress, going somewhere. I asked, my voice low and edged with something brittle. She froze, hands falling to her sides. When she turned, the look in her eyes wasn't guilt, exactly. It was fear, the kind of fear a child wears when they've been caught in a lie they never wanted to speak aloud. "Oh, you're home early," she said, voice trembling. I stepped inside, closed the door behind me. "Who's the date with?" I asked. No point pretending I didn't know what this was. Her shoulders sagged. She sat down on the edge of the bed like all the air had left her. "His name is Daniel," she said softly. "We met at the bookstore about 6 months ago." Her words hit me like a blow to the chest. I felt the air leave my lungs. My knees gave out and I sank into the armchair by the window, trying to stay upright under the weight of everything I didn't yet understand. 6 months, I managed. We've just talked. Coffee, mostly. Walks, nothing physical. She rushed to say, "Tonight would have been our first actual date." She looked away as she spoke, ashamed, not defensive, just broken in a way I'd never seen her. I didn't plan for this to happen, and yet it did. I said quietly. A silence fell between us, long and thick. The music played on behind it all, a careless beat underscoring a moment that was unraveling everything I thought I knew. After a while, I stood. "You should go," I said. She blinked up at me, confused. "Go?" "Yes, go meet him. Go on your date." Her body jerked like I'd slapped her. "You're serious?" I am, I said, nodding. "But when you come back, I won't be here." She stood quickly. "You're leaving." "I need time to think," I said, keeping my voice steady. "You've clearly already had time to think for the both of us." I left the house that night without another word, drove in silence, ended up on our daughter's porch without knowing how I got there. I didn't tell her much, just that her mother and I needed some space. She didn't press dot, but in the quiet of that guest room, night after night, the scene replayed itself. The soft click of the door, the music, her dress, her lipstick, the name Daniel ringing in my ears like an echo I couldn't silence. She called. Every day, I ignored most of them. Eventually, I answered. Told her I wasn't ready to talk. She cried, said it was a mistake, not love, said it was loneliness, a fog she didn't even realize she was drowning in until she was halfway gone. I didn't know what to believe. Maybe it wasn't love, but the loneliness, that part one understood. Somewhere along the way, we had become strangers in our own home, more like roommates than partners. Maybe I'd stopped seeing her. Maybe she'd stopped waiting to be seen. Maybe, after so many years, the quiet between us had grown too wide. 2 weeks passed. Then she asked to meet. Neutral ground, a park we used to take the kids to when they were small. She looked different this time. No makeup, no polished dress, just jeans and a worn sweater. Her hair pulled back, her eyes tired but clear. She told She ended things with Daniel the night I caught her. Said seeing the look on my face was enough to wake her up, that she didn't want new beginnings. She wanted to fix what we had. She wanted me. I let her speak. I didn't interrupt. And then she asked the one question I'd dreaded since that night. Can we try again? I didn't answer right away. We sat in silence while the trees swayed and leaves danced in the breeze like they had all the time in the world. Finally, I said, I'm willing to try, but it can't go back to how it was. We both have to change. She nodded. We started couples counseling. We went week after week, peeling back years of silence and assumptions. We talked more in those sessions than we had in a decade. There were no quick fixes, just raw honesty. Some days hurt. Some nights I still wondered what might have happened if I hadn't come home early. But she never missed a session. She never stopped showing up every single time. She came with effort, with remorse, with her heart wide open. 3 months later, we stood on a quiet beach and renewed our vows. Just us, no guests, no cameras, just the wind, the waves, and a promise made all over again. She held my hand and whispered, "Thank you for choosing me again." And I whispered back, "Thank you for not letting go when I almost did." Not every marriage survives betrayal. Not every wound heals. But sometimes, when both hearts stay in the room and choose each other again and again through grief, through failure, through the ache of rebuilding, something stronger grows in the cracks. A deeper kind of love, one forged not by fantasy, but by forgiveness, not perfection, but persistence. 30 years taught me many things, but none greater than this. Love isn't something you fall into. It's something you stay for, even when it hurts, even when it nearly breaks you. You stay and you build it back together.